Picture this. You are standing in the middle of a dense, misty forest in the mountains of China. It's quiet. The air is cold and damp. Through the fog, you see a shape moving. It's a massive animal, easily weighing 200 pounds. It sits down with a heavy thud. It picks up a tough, woody stalk of bamboo, snaps it in half with a loud crack, and starts chewing. You know this animal. Everyone knows this animal. It's the giant panda, the symbol of peace, conservation, and gentleness. We look at them and we see a chubby, lazy vegetarian that just wants to roll around and eat grass all day. But what if I told you that everything you are looking at is a lie? What if I told you that under that black and white fur, hidden inside that clumsy body, lies the biological machinery of a stone-cold killer? You see, nature rarely makes mistakes. Evolution is usually a ruthless architect. It designs animals to fit their environment perfectly. A shark is designed to swim. A bird is designed to fly. A cow is designed to eat grass. But the panda? The panda is a biological paradox. It is a walking contradiction. Because here is the truth that science has uncovered, and it is stranger than any fiction. The giant panda is biologically designed, from its nose to its tail, to eat flesh. It is built to hunt. It is built to kill. And yet, it chooses to eat a stick. Today, we are going to peel back the layers of history and biology to answer the most confusing question in the animal kingdom. Why is a carnivore pretending to be a vegetarian? And what happened millions of years ago that forced one of nature's most powerful predators to trade in steak for salad? To understand this, we have to look at the evidence. And the evidence is essentially a crime scene. Let's start with the mouth. If you were brave enough to open the mouth of a giant panda, you wouldn't find the flat, grinding teeth of a horse or a cow. Herbivores, plant eaters, need wide, flat surfaces to crush tough fibers. They grind their food side to side. But the panda? No. The panda has massive canine teeth. Look closely. They are sharp. They are pointed. They are designed for one purpose: to puncture skin and tear muscle. Behind those fangs, they have molars and premolars. Now, yes, these are wide, which helps with crushing bamboo, but the jaw movement says it all. A panda's jaw is built for a crushing bite force, one of the strongest in the bear family. This isn't a mouth designed for grazing. It's a mouth designed to crush bone. But the evidence gets even more damning when we go deeper. Let's look inside the stomach. This is where the story gets really weird. If you look at a deer or a sheep or any true plant eater, their digestive system is incredibly long and complex. Think of a cow. It has 4 stomach compartments. Why? Because plants are hard to digest. You need to ferment them, soak them, and break them down over a long time to get any energy out of them. A cow's intestines are winding roads designed to extract every ounce of nutrition from grass. Now, look at the panda. The panda has the digestive tract of a wolf. It is short. It is simple. It is straight. In the wild, a short digestive tract is a hallmark of a carnivore. Meat is easy to digest. It breaks down fast. So you want to get it through the system quickly before it rots. You don't need 4 stomachs to digest a rabbit. So here we have the panda. It has the teeth of a tiger. It has the gut of a wolf. It even lacks the specific enzymes and gut bacteria required to properly break down plants. When a panda eats bamboo, it is wildly inefficient. Because its body thinks it should be processing protein, it barely digests the bamboo at all. A panda only digests about 17% of the food it eats. The rest? It just passes right through. Imagine if you ate 100 burgers, but your body only got the energy from 17 of them. You would be starving. This is why pandas are always eating. Have you ever noticed that? They eat for up to 14 hours a day. They aren't gluttons. They are desperate. They are trying to fuel a Ferrari engine with low-grade lawn clippings. So, the big question is, why? Why would an animal that is clearly undeniably a member of the bear family, a descendant of hunters, evolve to rely on a food source that it cannot digest, that provides almost no energy, and that forces it to do nothing but chew until it dies? To find the answer, we have to travel back in time. About 7 million years ago. Back then, the ancestor of the panda was a creature called Ailurochtos. It was smaller than the pandas we know today, and it was an omnivore. It ate meat, it ate plants, it ate whatever it could find. It lived in a world that was changing. But then, about 4.2 million years ago, something happened. A genetic accident. Deep inside the panda's DNA, a single gene broke. It's called the TAS1R1 gene. I know, it sounds technical, but it's actually very simple. This is the gene responsible for tasting umami. Umami is the savory taste. It's the taste of meat, of broth, of protein. It's the flavor that signals to a predator, this is good food, this has energy, eat this. When this gene mutated and shut down, suddenly, to the panda's ancestor, meat didn't taste like anything. Imagine biting into a juicy steak, but it tastes like cardboard. Imagine chasing a deer across the mountains, using up all your precious energy, finally catching it, and taking a bite, only to find it completely unrewarding. The drive to hunt is fueled by the reward of the taste. Without that umami signal, the reward system in the panda's brain collapsed. At the same time this genetic disaster was happening, the environment was shifting. The prey animals were getting faster, or scarcer, or harder to catch. Competition from other predators, like saber-toothed cats and other bear species, was fierce. So, the panda stood at a crossroads. On one side, it could keep trying to hunt meat that it couldn't taste, fighting against tigers and bears for every scrap. On the other side, there was bamboo. Bamboo was everywhere. It was green, it was abundant, and best of all, it didn't run away. It didn't fight back. You didn't have to chase it. The panda made a trade-off. It chose the path of least resistance. It chose the food that was easy to get, even if it was terrible fuel. But evolution is a slow process. While the panda's behavior changed, its biology couldn't keep up. It takes millions of years to re-engineer a stomach. It takes eons to change the shape of a tooth. So, the panda became stuck. It became a vegetarian trapped in a carnivore's body. This decision, this switch to bamboo, came with a heavy price. Because bamboo has so little nutritional value, the panda had to change its entire lifestyle to accommodate its bad diet. This is why pandas are so slow. They move slowly to conserve energy. They avoid steep slopes if they can. Their internal organs actually shrunk to use less metabolic power. Their thyroid hormones drop to levels usually seen in hibernating bears. Except pandas don't hibernate. They can't. They can't store enough fat from bamboo to sleep through the winter. So they are condemned to stay awake, year-round, constantly eating, just to stay alive. They basically hacked their own bodies to run on low-power mode. But here is the twist. The part of the story that usually gets left out. Remember how I said they are biologically designed to eat meat? Well, the machinery still works. If you watch wild pandas long enough, you will see something shocking. Occasionally, rarely, the vegetarian mask slips. Wild pandas have been spotted scavenging carcasses of deer. They have been seen chasing and eating bamboo rats. In some villages in China, farmers have reported wild pandas breaking into pens to eat goats, sheep. When they do this, they don't look like clumsy teddy bears. They look like bears. They hold the meat down with their paws and tear it apart with those sharp canine teeth we talked about earlier. Their stomach digests the meat perfectly. Their body absorbs the protein efficiently. For a fleeting moment, the system works exactly as it was designed to. But they don't do it often. Why? Because they have specialized too far in the other direction. They have lost the speed to hunt effectively. They have lost the endurance to chase. And perhaps, most importantly, they have psychologically adapted to the bamboo. They are caught in an evolutionary trap. They have a pseudo-thumb, an extra wrist bone that evolved specifically to help them grip bamboo stems. They have developed a skull shape that gives them massive bite pressure for crushing wood. They have painted themselves into a corner. It creates a strange fragility. Because they rely on this one single plant, they are incredibly vulnerable. If the bamboo dies off, which happens periodically in mass flowering events, the pandas starve. They cannot simply switch back to hunting. They have forgotten the art of the kill, even if they still have the weapons for it. So the next time you see a video of a panda tumbling down a slide, or sneezing and scaring itself, or lazily chewing on a branch, don't just see a cute, funny animal. Look closer. Look at the sharp claws. Look at the powerful jaw. Look at the eyes that are set forward like a predator scanning for prey. You are looking at a ghost. You are looking at a ferocious carnivore that forgot who it was. You are looking at a creature that survived by giving up its nature, by turning its back on its own biology to survive in a changing world.